Hello, I'm Chardine Stewart. This is Jamaica Now, your weekly review of all the big stories making the news. Coming up, Jamaica's one step closer to qualifying for the 2014 World Cup. The entertainment shocker, singer Captain Barkey shot dead in New York. And the 2011 population and housing census, the facts and figures revealed. But first, Jamaica is now into the final round of qualifiers for CONCACAF for the 2014 World Cup football. Jamaica claimed the spot in the Six Nation CONCACAF finals on goal difference after a spirited 4-1 clash with Antigua and Barbuda on Tuesday, October 16. But they needed the help of the USA, and they got it when the Americans beat Guatemala. Damar Phillips opened the scoring for Jamaica in the 16th minute. Then in the 18th minute, Naira Nosworthy struck. The Antiguans pulled one back from a free kick to make it 2-1. But in the 77th minute and again in the 88th minute, Dane Richards scored to keep hopes alive. It's now on to the final round, which starts next March. Joining me in set is the Gleaner sports reporter Ryan Jones. Ryan, what does this mean?
Thank you, Charlene. Well, the two main significance from the Reggae Boys making it to the next round is one, the fact that since '98 when we qualified, the program seemed to have been taking a backward step. In the 2002 qualifiers, we made it to the final round, but since then, the other two qualifiers we have failed to do so. So us making it to the final round on this occasion is very significant for the country and the progress of football. The next thing is the financial turnoff from it, because Jamaica has 9 national teams, and the Reggae Boy is the one that financially feeds these teams. So the money that we would get from playing games and also that FIFA would give us some subventions is also very important.
So all that said, what's next?
Well, next we'll face the other 6 teams that are in the final round, and those include Mexico, USA, Honduras, Panama, and Costa Rica. Now, it's not going to be an easy road to Rio for the Reggae Boys, as all these teams are pretty good. We have Mexico, who is a powerhouse in the region and the top-ranked CONCACAF team, and they came through their zone perfect, having gotten a perfect 18 points from 6 games. The USA, though struggling for the first time since the 2002 qualifiers to make it to the final round, are expected to get stronger. They played a lot of the qualifiers without London Donovan, who is one of their key players, and they have the resources, of course, to improve, and they promise to do so. Honduras will be the most difficult place for any team to go and get points, as they have a very hostile environment there. So they are also expected, based on the home advantage, to have a pretty good showing. So the best I see for the Reggae Boys are 4th place finish in the group.
Now to the news of the death of Jamaican artist Captain Barkey. New York police say he and his female companion Tracy Bennett were shot dead in the parking lot of the Holiday Motel just around 3 o'clock in the morning on Saturday, October 13. A Haitian man wanted in connection with the murder reportedly committed suicide while police were trying to enter his house. Barkey, whose real name was Wayne Hamilton, became popular in 1996 with his hit song, Go Go Wine. On Monday, several of his colleagues in New York gathered to pay tribute to him.
We're here to pay a tribute to Captain Barkey in honor of him, in honor of his contribution and the legacy he has left us. It's a sad day, it's a sad thing.
It was a big shock to hear of his death. And as a fellow artist, someone in the entertainment business, I personally feel this loss, because someone that has so much talent to, part from us in such a manner is just very sad.
A pleasure for me to sit here to say that a pioneer in the music business, as he was, he reached out to a lot of people through his music and through his personal life. And as a singer, as a new singer actually coming out in the business, I really look up to him, and I pray that one day that I will achieve his success.
And a Jamaican family living in Florida is mourning the loss of a husband, father, and grandfather. 53-year-old Robert Boudu died when a parking garage under construction collapsed on Wednesday, October 10. His body was found 5 days later during a recovery operation. Mr. Boudu, who's from Clarendon, was working as an electrician when the incident occurred. The results of the 2011 Housing and Population Census are in, and guess what? There are some surprising findings. According to the Statistical Institute of Jamaica Statin, there are fewer than 500,000 babies born over the past decade. And based on that data, Jamaica's population is now at 2.678 million, to be exact. It also found that Portmore is not as populated as thought, with just about 182,000 people living there.
And if you look now, you see the growth rate has been declining since 1982. from 1.4, 0.9, down to very minimal 0.36 in this last intercensal period. We actually saw an increase, that the male population increased more. The thinking also, and remember now the census provides us information to do a lot more analysis and research. The feeling is always that it's because more women migrate. If we look at the migration figures, about 55% of the people going away are women.
Meanwhile, Statins Director Dr. Valerie Nam says last year's census exercise was one of the most frustrating. She listed crime and violence and raging hostilities from ordinary Jamaicans as two of the many challenges that data collectors encountered. And there were Heroes Days honors last week for 157 Jamaicans who've made outstanding contributions to the country in a variety of fields. Winston Herbert McIntosh, better known as Peter Tosh, was conferred with the Order of Merit 25 years after his passing. JDF Private Ferdinand Trench was also among those who received the Badge of Gallantry. He was recognized for saving the life of a citizen who fell over a precipice last year. And that's it for this edition of Jamaica Now, your weekly review of the big stories making the news. Remember, we're always happy to hear from you, so please continue to share your thoughts with us at onlinefeedback@gleanajm.com. Tune in to Power 106 for regular updates, and do follow us on Twitter at Jamaica Gleaner. I'm Chardine Stewart, thanking you for joining me for another edition of Jamaica Now. As we go, we want to leave you with some more highlights from Reggae Boys World Cup qualifying triumph over Antigua and Barbuda at the National Stadium. Enjoy.